This conference will now be recorded.
Last session, we are done with how to write a program in SAS, correct? We have learned how to write a program in SAS, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, we will write few more programs. So in our demo session, we learned that using SAS, we can read data from Notepad file, we can read data from Excel file, we can read data from CSV file, we can read data from databases, SQL, Oracle, correct? Sybase, Teradata, we have learned all these points. So now how to read data from different kinds of data sources are today's concept. Okay. So just a quick recap. Yesterday we have written a program. So the same program we are writing it now. So rule number 1, SAS program should always start with a keyword called data or proc. Correct. So first of all, data ds1. Rule number 2, every statement should end with a semicolon. I ended with semicolon. Rule number 3, to write a program in SAS, we have to keep 3 words in mind: infile, input, data length. Out of that, infile data length is a standard text. Input statement, we write all the column names. ID 101, Raj 29, male. Some data I typed here, I run it. So this is how I run my code. Correct. I write a code. Correct. So if you run the program here, DS1 data set is absolutely fine. Rule number 4 ended with semicolon. Rule number 5, wherever you wanted to read character data, for that variables we have given $sign. Correct? $sign. Now, next point is, my client has provided me some data in Notepad file. Okay, so customer number 1 comes to me. He says that, Raj, I have some data in Notepad file. I wanted to read data from Notepad file into SAS. Correct? So if you wanted to read data from Notepad file into SAS, how will we do it? Data ds2. Normally what we do, we write infile data length. Correct? Normally we write infile data length because we are defining data length in the same program. Correct? So here, am I typing my raw data? No, here I'm not typing the raw data. In fact, I'm trying to read raw data which is present in Notepad file. So my customer has sent me that Notepad file as an email attachment. నాకు మెయిల్ అటాచ్ చేసి పంపించారు. Okay, I have to download that email attachment. I have downloaded it and I stored it in my system in D drive in a folder called test. Is right? D drive in a folder called test. And name of the file is supposed to say it is sample. So here I have some data, right? So now I have to read this data into SAS software. So I have to instruct SAS to read data from this sample Notepad file. So if you have to instruct SAS, first of all you have to tell SAS where this Notepad file is present. Correct? Where is this Notepad file present? We have to tell SAS. So if you wanted to know the location of the file, first select the file, do right click. First select the file, do right click. Go to properties. And here go to security. In security, you see right, complete path. Your file is present in D drive in a folder called test and sample .txt. .txt is type of the file. It is a Notepad file. So if you copy it, in file you can see D drive test sample.txt. Input ID, name. So what are the columns you have here in this Notepad file? ID, name, gender, age, salary. If you are not able to identify, in your body of the email, client will tell call number 1 is this, call number 2 is this, call number 2. So he will explain clearly in his email. Okay. So now name, gender, age, salary. And finally, data length. Do I need to write data length statement? Whenever I write data line statement, what does this mean? Whenever we are writing data lines statement, this means we are giving an instruction to SAS. From next line onwards, we are typing raw data. In this case, am I typing raw data?
No.
No, no, we are not typing any data here. In fact, we are trying to read raw data which is presented in sample.txt notepad file. File on information, whatever the information you have in this file, so we have to capture data from this file to SAS, correct? So no need to write a data length statement. So rule number 4, SAS program should end with run statement. Rule number 5, so whenever you wanted to read alphabets or special characters, we have to give $sign after that variable name in the input statement. So now if you run the program here, you see log window, I have an error, physical file does not exist. You see right, question mark D. So if you see in infile statement, you see a question mark symbol here, right? Did I type question mark symbol there? Where does this question mark symbol come from? That is a question mark for us, right? Okay, so I will tell you why, how it is showing. See, here I did not give any question mark, but still in log window it is showing a question mark symbol. Due to this question mark symbol, it says this physical file does not exist. So what is happening actually is, whenever you are trying to get the location of the file, first select the file, do right click, go to properties, go to security, you are copying the path. Before D, there is an extra free space. Okay, before D, there is an extra free space. You want to see that? You want to see that? Magnifier. You see, right? A blue and orange color light blinking. Follow my cursor. You see blue and orange color blinking, right? Blue and orange color is blinking here. You see, right? So there is extra free space here. SAS is asking why this space for. Why means question mark only, right? So SAS is asking why. That question mark represents why. Why you have given a space here. Okay. So to overcome this, the simplest way to overcome this is just select first two characters. Otherwise, you have to type the entire path here. Who will do it? So the simplest solution for this is copy these first two characters and type it again. That's it. Okay, delete first two characters and type it again. Things will work for you. So now if you run the program, DS2 dataset log window, do you have any errors here? You have any errors here? No, right?
No.
Right. Give me a minute, please. Sir, చెప్పండి. చెప్పండి. Someone joined with name Lenovo. Who is this here? May I know someone joined with name Lenovo. Who is this? Anybody joining from Lenovo laptop? I sent an unmute request. You can talk.
రిమూవ్ చేయండి సార్ మళ్ళీ లాగిన్ అవుతారు
Sorry.
రిమూవ్ చేసేయండి మళ్ళీ లాగిన్ అవుతారు ఓకే
కాదు. I think they are talking. Lenovo, like you can talk. I think they have unmuted now. I have unmuted. Now you can talk. Yes. May I know who is this?
Sir, Priscilla, sir.
Preskilla. Okay, fine. So no worries here. Please, next time whenever you are logging in, please give your name so that we'll have a track who is attending, who is not. Okay. Right.
Okay, sir.
No problem. Next time you log in, give your name. That will be easy for us to track who is in, who is not. We can track. Okay. Right. So Madhu, you got the info, right? Fine. Okay. So now you see, right? So this is your data set DS2. Okay. Right. So DS2 data set is created, and you see all the data is captured from notepad file to SAS. All the data is captured from notepad file to SAS. Yes or no? You can cross check one row, one column, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
One row, one column you have cross checked. So all the data is 100% accurate. Yes or no?
Sir.
Right. So this is how I read data from notepad file to SAS. Okay. So this is how I read data from notepad file to SAS. Only a simple change is, in place of in-file data lines, I have written the path. Rest everything is same. No need to write the data lines, no need to type data also. So comparatively DS1, DS2, which one is easy? DS1 is easy or DS2 is easy?
DST.
DS1 or DS2?
DS2.
DS2. Suppose to say if you have 10,000 observations, in this case you have to type all 10,000 observations. In this case, simple 4 lines. So, these 2 lines వదిలేయండి అసలు. This is nothing. These 2 lines is doing the job. Yes or no? So, data run is a standard part. Apart from that, another 2 lines. These are the 2 lines who is playing the entire magic. Correct? So, this is your data set DS2. Next. Data DS3. Data DS3. So, if you wanted to create a new data set, suppose to say DS1 is my master data set. I don't want to disturb it. So, I wanted to do some trial and error based on this data. If I do this trial and error on original data set, what happens? There is a chance your data set will get corrupted, correct? So, there is a chance all the data may be corrupted. So, to overcome this, what we do? We have to take a copy of this data set, correct? We have to take a copy of this data set. So if you wanted to take a copy of this data set, so how I can do it is, I can do it with set statement. Set ds1 run. Set ds1 run. So whenever you are writing set statement, what all the information you have in ds, all that information will be captured to ds3. Okay, what all the information you have in ds, all that information will be captured to ds3. Your ds3 is nothing but a copy of ds1. Your DS3 is nothing but a copy of DS1. Submit. Is it right? What all the information you have in DS1, same information is present in DS3 as well. So this is DS3, this is DS1. Both are same, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so both are one and the same. DS1 is easy, DS2 is easy, DS3 is easy. Which one is easy? I told you, right? So going forward, you will feel much more comfortable, much more better, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct? So, sir, first program you are able to do it one day, correct? Immediately you are able to do it. Second program DS2 you are comfortable now. You are able to read data from notepad file. Third one you are pretty much comfortable now, correct? Fourth one you will feel much more easy. Okay. So in fourth one, no need to write column names also. Hardly 2 or 3 words you have to keep in mind. Rest everything, it will do the job. It will create a variable on its own. It will read a variable, it will read a data, both it will do. So number 4, using SAS, we will be able to read data from Excel file, CSV file, correct? Suppose to say, my client has provided me data in Excel file. I have downloaded that email attachment. I stored it in my system in D drive in a folder. Okay, I stored it in my system in D drive in a folder called test, and name of the file is sample XLSX. Name of the file is sample XLSX file. So if you wanted to read this data, so if you wanted to read data from Excel file to SAS, in Excel, we have to use a technique called proc import. Proc stands for procedure. I am selecting a import procedure. Import, what is the meaning of import? Getting from other location to India, imported product, correct? Your iPhone is an imported product, correct? Okay, so proc import, what I have to import? Data file. Data file means a file which is containing data, correct? Proc import, what I have to import? data file. Proc import data file equal to, here you have to write equal to. You have to specify where the file is present. So proc import data file equal to, so you see, right, this is the file, right? Do right click, go to properties, go to security, copy the path. Proc import data file equal to, always remember this point, your file location should be presented in inverted commas. Path of the file should be presented in inverted commas. This is universal. So proc import data file equal to d drive test sample.xlsx. Whenever you are trying to read data from sample Excel file, Excel has a wide variety of flavors. Agree, yes or no? Excel has a wide variety of flavors. I mean to say there are wide variety of Excel files available in the market. You see, right? So what are the different types of Excel files you have? These many types of Excel files are there. I want everyone to go through this. So these many types of Excel files are there. So out of these many types of Excel files, so which type of file I have to read? SAS should know, right, which type of file it has to read. Correct? So for this, we will give an option called DBMS. For this, we give an option called DBMS. DBMS stands for Database Management System. What is the kind of database I have to read? So if you wanted to know what information we have to give, if you wanted to know the type of the file, you see, right, type of the file in general tab. In general tab, you have to check type of the file. What is the type of the file? XLSX. You have to type that XLSX here. DBMS is equal to XLSX. The moment you have given the location of the file, the moment you have specified the file type, so SAS, what it will do, it will go to D drive, it will go to the folder test, it will establish a connection with sample.xlsx. The moment it establishes a connection, what it will do, it will copy entire information from sample.xlsx. It will copy the entire information from sample.xlsx. The moment it has copied, what it has to do, it has to place out this information. Out is equal to DS4. That copied information it has to place out in SAS environment, right? So out is equal to DS4. Replace is optional, either you write, you don't write, no problem. Replace, and finally SAS program should end with run statement. One single line here. You see it, right? One single line. So proc import data file equal to d drive test sample.xlsx. DBMS is equal to XLSX, out equal to DS4. Replace run. Ante. So proc import is a standard part. Apart from this, you have to keep two words in mind: data file, DBMS, out is equal. Hardly 2 or 3 words, right? 3 words, right? If you run the program, if you see log window, what it says. So if you wanted to overcome this, what to do?
Copy and paste.
First two.
Delete first 2 characters and type it again. Delete first 2 characters and type it again. So if you run the program here, you see log window, it is fine. You see dataset DS4 is successfully created. So if you open this Excel file, if you open this Excel file, you see, right? So all the data is similar, right? All the data is similar, right? 101, 110, is it at XYZ, 22, 20, 26, 25, correct? So all the data, female, male, female, male, last two males are there, you see last two males are there, correct? You see it, right? Everyone clear, right? So it is reading all the data from Excel file to SAS, yes or no? Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
And one point to be noted here, whenever you are running this program, please make sure this sample Excel file is closed. What happens if it is open? Suppose to say now the sample file is open, correct? Other Excel files you can open, but still this file which you are reading, trying to read data, so that sample Excel file should be closed. So if you run the program, what it says is, it says import unsuccessful. Whenever your file is in open mode, it becomes a file in use, read only mode. From read only mode, I cannot read data. Whenever this file is open, this becomes a read only mode. Read only mode means it can only read data. Okay, you cannot copy data. You cannot write this information from Excel to SAS. So please make sure whenever we are running the program, please make sure that related Excel file is closed. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Now I close that Excel file. If you run the program, you see DS4 is clear. Got your DS4 dataset here, correct?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
So what is the difference between dataset 2 and proc import data file, sir? In both programs, we are giving the, file location.
Correct. So in dataset 2 is this concept or this approach is used to read data from notepad file. This approach is to read data from notepad file, whereas this dataset DS4 is trying to read data from Excel file to SAS. Both are two different sources, so we are using two different techniques or methods to read data from these data sources.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay, yes,
Hello, sir.
next.
Yeah, can you explain the process after the DBMS, sir? How to reach
DBMS
on
is
the
equal to, out is equal to, so whenever we are giving all the inputs where the file is present, what type of file, SAS automatically connects to that file. It copies all the information from sample Excel file. The moment it has copied, what it has to do, it has to place out in SAS environment. So we write out is equal to dataset name. So whatever the dataset name we specify after out is equal to, in that dataset it will copy the entire information. That is the
Okay,
purpose we are writing out is equal to dataset name.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Next. If everybody is clear with this, we will move on to next program. Okay, we will move on to next program. DS1, no? Set DS1. రాసుకోవచ్చు సెట్ DS2 డేటా DS4 సెట్ DS2 రన్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఒకసారి డేటా సెట్ క్రియేట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మీ ఇష్టం. Right. So now I have to read data from CSV file to SAS. Okay. So if you wanted to read data from CSV file to SAS, again we have to use same technique because CSV is also one of the flavor of Excel. If you see here, this is a CSV file. If you see here, this is a CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated values file. So if you open this file, it will look like a normal Excel file. If you open this file, it will look like a normal Excel file. But at the back end, all your values are separated with comma. At the back end, all your values are separated with comma. So if you wanted to see that, I can show you. Just I have to open with WordPad. You see every value separated with comma, agree, yes or no? So the reason we call it as a CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated values file. So proc import data file equal to I have to write the location of that CSV file. So alt enter will take you to properties. Control down arrow will take you to security. Shortcut keys if somebody is interested. So proc import data file equal to D drive test sample.csv dbms is equal to, so dbms is equal to, again I have to go alt enter properties, general tab, you see right, general tab, CSV, type of the file is CSV, right? So I have to go dbms is equal to CSV, out equal to ds5, replace, run. So if you run the program, it will read all the data from sample CSV to ds5 dataset, yes or no? It is not reading because you say question mark symbol. Question mark symbol means what we are supposed to do?
First two letters, again letter. Okay.
Right. So now if you see here, so ds5 dataset is fine, correct? It is reading all the data, yes or no? It is reading all the data, yes or no? Right. So if you open this CSV file and see, you will understand whether all the data is captured in SAS, yes or no. You see it, right? All the data is being captured, yes or no? Right. So this is how we can read data from different kinds of data sources. Right. Suppose to say if you are trying to read data from database. Suppose to say if you are trying to read data from database, how to handle it? Okay, if you are trying to read data from database, how to handle it? Right. I'll show you that point as well. So if you are trying to read data from databases, we have to use a technique called proc SQL. This is not very much important, but still I'm showing you. So if you wanted to connect it to different databases like SAS, Oracle, DB2, Sybase, in place of Oracle we write DB2. In place of Oracle we write Sybase. So wherever you have Oracle, we'll replace it Sybase with that database name. It will work. So right now in my system I don't have Oracle installed. Going forward, whenever I install, I can show you. But at the moment it will throw error, no issues. So proc SQL, this is the procedure which is used to connect it with different kinds of databases. This procedure will help us to connect SAS with different kinds of databases. Proc SQL connected to Oracle. Username is equal to Scott, password is equal to Tiger. In a real-time scenario, username will be your employee ID, password is the one which we have set for it. Create a table DS3, table dataset both are one and the same. Create a table DS3 as select start from connection to Oracle. So SAS is a separate software, Oracle is a separate software, correct? So if you wanted to establish a connection between these two softwares, we need a bridge. That bridge, a technical word is interface. Okay, so what are the interfaces that are required to establish a connection to Oracle database? Select all the interfaces. Suppose to say I have to charge my mobile. If you want to charge your mobile, what you need? First you need power. Okay, that power comes from charger, correct? Both are required actually, right? So charger is a Guys, I'm back. Sorry, actually we had a power cut. I hope everyone are there, right? And so the reason whenever, all of a sudden class, we are disconnected from class, I'll keep you posted in WhatsApp group. Please check your WhatsApp for the communication. Okay, right. So now we were explaining this, how to read data from SQL database to SAS, right? So just a minute. System just rebooted, right? It takes time. Give me a minute. Okay. ఇదేది So now you see, right, proxy equal connect to, I have to connect to a database called Oracle. So proxy equal connected to Oracle. Username is equal to your employee ID. Password is the one which we have fixed in a real-time scenarios. You will give your own password to log into a database, right? So that we do. And create table DS3. I have to connect a table DS3 as select star from connection to Oracle. So star from connection to Oracle means, so it will select all the required, interfaces that are required to establish a connection to Oracle database. So it will select all the interfaces that are required to establish a connection to Oracle database. With this step, actually ఇదంతా ఒకటే లైన్ అండి చూడండి. So I'm writing it in 3 lines. This is all only one line. If I write continuously, you will not be able to understand. So I'm writing it in multiple lines. Select star from EMP. EMP is name of the table which is present in Oracle database. In Oracle database, I have a file called EMP. From this file, select star. Star means it will select all rows and columns. It will select all rows and columns. All these selected rows and columns will be stored in a dataset DS3. And disconnect from Oracle. Once you are done the job, once you have got the information from Oracle to SAS, disconnect from Oracle. Quit. This one particular procedure, we have to use quit statement only to end that program. Run statement will not work. So in proxy equal compulsory, we have to end with quit statement only. Okay. So if you run the program here, you see connection to Oracle DBMS does not exist. So a connection to Oracle DBMS is not currently supported, or it is not installed at your site. In my system, Oracle DBMS is not installed. So the reason it will throw an error. Okay, na? So it will throw an error. Right. So this is how I read data from different kinds of databases. So if it is Oracle or Sybase or Teradata, whatever it is, in place of Oracle, I change the names. Rest everything is same. Rest everything, the program is same. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So that's all for today, guys. I'll stop this here for today. So next class, we will learn more. Okay. So please practice all this, you know, programs so that, next classes will be very easy. If you're practicing this all, upcoming forward, whatever the sessions we have, you'll feel pretty much easy. You'll feel much more easier. Okay. Out of all these programs, this program is little bit odd for you. I know this program is little bit odd or difficult for you. No problem. Going forward, we can handle this. Not a deal. Okay. Right. This is a standard program you will have in your SAP. So just copy that code. You have to give your employee ID, name, password. It will work. So real-time scenarios, whenever you are entering real-time scenarios, this is to establish a connection to a database. And all that is every time you change the file name. That's it. And username, password, you change the table name, this data set name. These 3-4 changes if you do, it will work. This is standard piece of code, no worries. Okay, right. So that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask. Right. Okay, I'm not hearing anything from you. I take it as positive. You guys are clear. And signing off, guys. Thank you. Bye.